Hey everyone, Shelli Pelly, Annie Parker Confidential. If you're brand new to the channel, welcome. And if you're not brand new to the channel, welcome back. My name is Shelli Pelly and I am an influencer and creator for all things wellness, style, and beauty for women 40 and over. Lately, I've done a lot of different videos on style and beauty and luxury goods. And listen, all that stuff is fun, but it isn't what's most important. So today I wanted to bring a little more balance back into the mix. Let's talk about happiness and ways to create a happy life. Look, that's the age-old question, right? Everybody wants to know, how can you create happiness? What are the keys to creating a long-term happy life? So I've gathered points that truly resonated with me that I want to share with you. I'd love to hear what you think is key to a happy life as well, because we've all got a short time on this earth and we want to spend it as happy as possible, right? You're not that important, and neither am I. Look, it can be really easy to get caught up in like little mistakes or big goofs that we make and think that everybody's looking at us, everybody's laughing at us. And the truth of the matter is, they may see it, they may laugh for a second, but then they forget about it and they go on their own way. People are more interested in themselves than they are of you. They're usually really not paying attention. I've told the story before about my really good friend who called off her wedding the night before at the rehearsal dinner. And the advice that I gave to her beforehand when she was really considering doing it was, listen, it's gonna suck for a day. Everybody's gonna talk about it for a day. And then they're gonna fly home to their own lives and they're not gonna give a shit. They're really not. You're the one that has to lay your head on the pillow every night and know whether or not you made the right decision. My point is, people aren't that concerned with what you are and are not doing. Focus on yourself, not on what other people are thinking. Nobody is as happy for your success as you are. So be humble. Look, it's natural and fun to want your family and friends to share in a success that you had or to share in something exciting. That's normal. But when you feel the need to overly brag to other people, when you feel the need to bring up what you do and who you are and how great you've done, nobody gives a crap. They really don't. It's fine to mention it to a few people in passing or when it comes up, but on the whole, just remember that you may be really excited about something great that happened to you, but other people aren't going to be as happy for you as you are for yourself. Not everyone is going to like you. It doesn't matter how sweet you are. It doesn't matter how amazing you are. Everyone has haters. And in today's climate with all the social media, it's kind of obvious how many miserable people are out there, right? The point is this, and I've always said this, you could save every single puppy in the world in one day and someone's gonna be pissed off that you didn't save cats too. Even the most beloved people have haters. Why? Because there are a lot of miserable people in the world and they want to take issue with everything and everyone. That's not your problem. Understanding that not everybody is going to like you actually is a huge relief. You know why? Because it allows you to just focus on what really resonates with you. What makes you happiest? When you lay your head down on the pillow at night, how do you feel about yourself? So-and-so may not like me, this group of people may not like me, but I feel good about the person I am. I feel good that I'm kind to others. I feel good about what I'm doing and where I'm going when nobody else is looking. That's really all that matters. And you know what ends up happening is you end up attracting better people into your life. And by better, I mean people that give you energy, that fuel your life, and that are true friends. Things do not define you. You define you. I do a number of videos here on clothes and makeup and style and luxury goods, but let me be perfectly clear. That's the fun stuff. Having the right bag, having the right outfit does not define you. It's fun. It isn't a big deal. I'm gonna tell you something. I know a lot of very, very wealthy people who are not happy. And do you know why? Because no matter how many cars they have, no matter how many homes they have, no matter how big their Chanel closet, it doesn't fix you on the inside. If having the newest bag or the newest car or the best house is what defines you, you will never be happy because you will always be chasing what I call the BBD, the bigger, better deal. When you feel truly happy with like yourself and who you are at a very fundamental level, the type of person you are, then the other stuff is just fun. It's like the frosting on the cake. It's not the cake. Know thyself. I really like this exercise, and this is really interesting. Stay with me for a minute. Stand in front of a mirror. Ask yourself, who are you void of everything in your life? Void of your title, your status, your bank account, your home, your car, the way you look. Void of all that stuff. Who are you as a person? Kind of a deep thought, right? Stand in front of the mirror, buck-ass naked, no pretty clothes, no pretty shoes, no pretty bags, no house. Just look at you as a human being and ask yourself, okay, well, who am I? And what do I stand for? What is most important in my life? Who am I if all of this stuff is stripped away? And that's relative to everybody, right? No judgment here. I gotta share a kind of okay, it was funny at the time, but like I said, everything is relative. Okay, I was talking to an older woman and she was telling me about her friend, we'll call her Emily. Emily and her husband had a lot of money. And I mean a lot of money, as in private planes, homes all around the world, staff at every single home, you know, like the whole shebang. And the woman saying, Emily and her husband have just gone through a major bankruptcy. They lost everything. And I said, oh gosh, you know, that's hard. And then she goes, she's never been the same since she had to start flying commercial. Okay. It was so ludicrous to me, but like I said, everything is relative. No matter where you are, it is much more difficult to go backwards. And I think we can all identify with that. But I think when we understand who we are void of all that stuff, it can make it more palatable because we're able to stand strong in our personal power and in who we know we are without all the stuff. You always have a choice. And people will fight me on this, but bear with me. You have a choice. It is a question of whether or not the juice is worth the squeeze, as my sister would say. Whether or not the consequences are palatable to you. So you might say, I can't afford that because I need to pay my mortgage. You don't have to pay your mortgage, but you want to because the juice isn't worth the squeeze. You don't want to be homeless, and so you're choosing to pay your mortgage. That's being extreme to illustrate a point. You can quit your job, but is the juice worth the squeeze? You might say, yes, the risk I take quitting my job and starting the business I've dreamed of is worth the squeeze. You can sell everything, pick up and move to Hawaii. Is the juice worth the squeeze? My point is this, anytime you hear yourself saying, I can't, rephrase it. Think, okay, I can do that if I want. What are the consequences and am I willing to do that? Your thoughts create feelings and feelings create your behavior. Let me explain. If I wake up in the morning and I'm just kind of feeling grumpy, like I'm in a bad mood, and I start thinking of all the things that I have to do today that I don't particularly care for, well, guess what? I'm probably not going to be very nice to my husband when I come downstairs. I'm probably not going to be in the mood to film a video. That creates my behavior for the day. So instead, if I'm aware of the fact that what I'm thinking creates my feelings and my feelings are creating my behavior, I can stop, drop, and roll, and I can choose to think more positive thoughts. I'm not saying that it's always easy, but I do it and it does make a difference. Say I get up and I feel grumpy and I'm thinking about all the things that I have to do today. Instead, I stop, drop, and roll, and I legitimately think to myself, I am choosing to be happy because I have reason to be happy. My marriage is happy and strong. I love our house by the beach. And when I start thinking of all the things that make me happy and for which I am grateful, it changes the way I feel, and that in translation creates better behavior on my part. But the only person in control of that is you. Take responsibility, something that I think a lot of people lack nowadays. Listen, something is not always somebody else's fault. Sometimes it's your own fault. If I'm walking around the house in a fluster and I bang my toe into the sofa, it's not somebody else's fault for putting the sofa there. It's my fault for not looking where I'm going. If we're constantly trying to shift responsibility and blame to other people, then we will keep experiencing the same things over and over again because the one common thread is usually you. So when things happen, instead of being super fast to say that person, that company, that this, that, think, okay, what role did I play in this? What level of responsibility do I share? What could I have done differently? and what will I look to do differently next time so that this doesn't happen again? My point is, take responsibility when responsibility is due. It's never the right time. Having the mindset of constantly saying, well, it's not the right time, that is a recipe for never fulfilling your dreams. That is a recipe for never accomplishing your goals. The truth of the matter is, you can always find a reason why it's not the best time. You know those people that always have an excuse for not doing something? I'm too old, I'm too busy, I don't have enough money. Those are the people that really never get anywhere. The best time to start following your dreams is right now. No matter who you are, somebody will always have it better than you. Somebody will always have it worse than you. Just focus on yourself. Look, we live in a world where we are constantly comparing ourselves to other people. Somebody seems to have a better life. Somebody has better stuff. It'll always be that way. Constantly competing with other people that you think have it better than you is like chasing the dragon. I don't know if you're familiar with that term. Chasing the dragon is basically you're chasing something that you will never ever catch. If you feel the need to constantly compete with somebody, to constantly have what somebody else has, the problem isn't that you don't have that. The issue lies within. It's that on some level, you don't feel that you yourself are enough. So it's okay to have goals. It's okay to say, ooh, I'd love that. I'd love to have that someday. But if you don't get it, it's perfectly fine. Focus on being happy with yourself. You teach other people how to treat you by what you will and will not accept. This is the one that, come hell or high water, I personally live to and have stuck to for years and years and years. Here's the thing. If you have somebody in your life that treats you poorly, if you keep allowing it, it is your fault. That is the cold hard truth. You're teaching them that it is okay for them to treat you that way because you'll always come back and you'll always let them back in. That doesn't mean that you have to cut bait the first time somebody does something, but when you find something offensive, it is perfectly your right to say, I don't like that and I don't appreciate that tone of voice, or whatever it is. And if it continues, it's your responsibility to get them out of your life. Create a life where you surround yourself with positive people who are the wind beneath your wings, who push you forward, who encourage you to reach your dreams. The quicker that you weed people out of your life who don't treat you well, the faster the universe will send you people who do. But it is up to you to make those decisions and to take action. You live the life that you create for yourself. The power to change your life is yours. Remember, you always have a choice. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. The actions that you take today are creating the life that you are going to live tomorrow. What do you want your life to look like tomorrow? Hold that vision in your head and start taking the actions needed in order to create that life. The bottom line is we all want to be happy, right? And in my opinion, the key to happiness is honestly really being happy with who you are as a human being when nobody else is looking. Those are the points that resonate with me. I want to hear what resonates with you. If you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my video rankings and I would greatly appreciate it. I'll see you next week, guys. Bye.